Alright, so we're going to finish off the round here.
Let's see.
Doing Rouse the Beast.
On the Vine Snapper, as predicted.
So Vine Snapper is active now.
And there are no guards, so it is going straight for the Beastmaster.
Alright, he's activating the Vine Snapper, and he's going to hit him in the face with his maw.
I think it's more of a bite than a face smash.
I don't know. It might be. You don't know. Headbutt. Oh my god, called it. Headbutt. For 4 damage.
It doesn't actually say headbutt.
It says headbutt, but that's the quick action he's going to use.
Fair enough.
Full action here. Oh, he's going to
pop
use
his Cobra reflexes. No surprise there. And let's see. Will it be a 4th dodge in a row?
Nope. 1.
Ah.
Not this time.
Vine Snapper eats cobras. I actually have no idea if that's true or not.
I mean...
They seem to be fairly omnivorous.
It doesn't really matter, I feel.
I agree. There's something Tyrannosaur-like about the art. I kind of like that. Yeah. All right. Let's see here. What is the plan? Looks like Guardian Angel may be activating. Nope, wait. Here we go.
Spinning is... Okay, so he does it. So we're waiting for the attack right now. And there's some consideration on... What? Oh, he's punching... Oh, did he... Oh, he rolled 11. I lied. So he rolled 11 on the effect die. There was a dodge.
It was the 4th dodge in the row.
That's kind of one thing I wish that there could be an include of, is something that, you know...
It seems like the algorithm is a little unhinged. Mm-hmm. I agree. He's rolled an 11 or a 12 every time. I think there's a number generator that's stuck somehow. It
might be. It might just be pure luck. No, I was gonna say I wish that you could see the numbers more clearly somewhere in Octagon, because I'm sitting here looking at it going, is that a 1? Is that a 7? Yeah. All right.
I said it's terrible because we're old men.
Old men. So activating Hand of Bimshala.
And the druid chooses to activate his Hand of Bimshala. Not a surprise there.
Heals himself a point of damage.
A smart move at this point. He's taken 13.
And he's going to go ahead and reveal Healing Charm. Make sure it can't get dispelled. Might as well get the effect out of it.
Indeed. Because unlike Decoy, you cannot activate it immediately after. It's not a trap, it's a charm.
Mm-hmm. Alright, 4 mana. He's going to roll the dice. He's going to heal 3 and 2. So 5 off of 4 dice.
Wow.
Yeah.
It has been universally positive rolling for both players. Maybe not to both players' outcome, but certainly to whoever is rolling. So far, the Druid has taken 8 through its constant healing, and the Beastmaster is back to full health. Yes, indeed. It looks like the prediction that I had that the tempo was changing was maybe a little premature. All right, the Raptor Vine swings in. I believe.
He's right now. I mean, he's probably talking to the screen right now.
Yes.
So there's he's gonna roll 5 dice of damage. I actually did not get to see what he targeted. Did you?
No. And it doesn't seem to have popped up in the message log
yet.
So
if there's a consideration right now, does he go straight back for the Beastmaster, knowing that he's actually losing tempo here, or does he try to kill one of the creatures? And the answer, actually, really, it's either hit the bridge roll or hit the Beastmaster. And at this point, I feel like the answer is relatively obvious.
Servier doesn't have a guard, does he?
He does not have. Is he?
What's that blue thing underneath his?
Yeah, it's actually a shield. So yep.
He does have a guard.
He does have the guard on.
All right.
So he can hit Servier right now.
Here we go. Zilfalon rolls 5 attack dice.
1 damage and 2 critical. Not so good this time.
Not so good.
All right, so he did go after the Joktari Beastmaster this time.
Fair enough. With only 3 damage rolled, though, he's going to be hard-pressed to make anything happen this game.
He sets the damage, but there's...
Rust. Played on what from whom?
So we see... Whoa.
Conceded.
Conceded. All right.
Okay, fair enough. Well, okay, so the game ends with the Joktari Beastmaster...
It turns it sideways to show it's dead. Checkmate.
Clever. Okay.
Very cool. So that was a good... it was... You know, It lasted a little bit long, but what was so important is that the players both realized where the game was headed, and so when he conceded, Zil saw that there wasn't a lot of comeback from. So what I actually really respect here is he didn't look at this whole thing going, "All right, I'm going to try to hold out as long as I possibly can."
Exactly,
because it's so frustrating.
Oh my god!
I think that can be very important in Mage Wars is when a player just realizes that they've lost the game and they make the honorable decision. Now, of course, there's always the argument that you could come back, but really
you never can.
It's
you
really
never can.
Most card games, like when you're losing, you're losing.
It is possible to prolong the game from that point, but it is often not possible to win. You must make something happen in order to win. And he tried to make something happen, and when it didn't come together, he accepted defeat.
Yeah, he gave it his all. It was good. There's a lot of healing. He definitely tried to out damage him, but once he just saw what was on the board and everything, and that last roll of doing like no damage,
no damage at all,
it was like,
and
okay,
then the rust, it's game over.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I do think, looking back on the game as a whole, I do think that Theasaris had this one from about turn 2 when the Eagle Wings came down on Surveyor.
That was turn 3.
Turn 3, fair enough.
Turn 3.
But I really do think it was that early. I think it was as soon as Falala was threatened, it was like, oh, I better do something, and then didn't do enough.
Yeah, I think that would be one thing to learn from people watching this game is if your opponent casts Surveyor 2 spaces away from you and casts an enchantment on it, and you're afraid of Eagle Wings because there's nothing you can do about that, you try to kill Surveyor then or never.
Seeking Dispel.
Seeking Dispel also before the Enchanter's Wardstone.
Banish might be a possible main deck against
Banish
Joktari.
would have been very effective early game. Granted, it's really expensive, and that early in the game, Banish isn't super good because a creature will return, but you hope to deal enough damage at that point that it doesn't matter.
This is the first time that I've ever seen a Joktari buddy build, which is an interesting side note.
Yeah.
Usually you see buddy builds with warlocks or priestesses or priests.
Yeah,
anything that's got
usually even the beast, even the Joktari would have usually 2-3 creatures with it.
It's possible that there are 2 or 3. I mean, we certainly saw the Bridge Troll. It's possible that there are 2 or 3 creatures in the deck that are valid choices for all of its enchantments, and it just stacks all of its hopes there.
I feel when the Bridge Troll came down, it was more of a statement than it was an actual action. It was a I've won this. I was winning, you did a counter, and I'm just gonna do it better. Like there was a statement there, and the moment that happened, my heart sank for Zilfalon. I was like, no, I've been there,
buddy.
I know what you're going through. I'm sorry. But it was a good game.
Zilfalon really did do his best to stay alive too. I mean, look at that: Bark Skin, Healing Wand, Healing Charm, Hand of Bimshala. I mean,
Theasaris moves and so did Theasaris also have a Vampirus in his deck?
That's pretty funny.
The funny thing about Vampirus that most of you know, it is a living creature. It doesn't.
It's a vampire. It doesn't possess the undead subtype.
So because of that, you can boost it. A lot of people are a big fan of the Vampirus. Personally, I'm not. I find that I just don't get enough bang for my buck. I would much rather have Surveyor than her. But I mean, you're comparing different creatures.
Yes. And different purposes.
Plus, granted, getting flying for a temporary purpose is much better than not at all. But if I want flying on a creature, I generally just want flying on my creature.
Yeah, because flying does have a defensive purpose as well, which we discussed many times throughout the video. That Surveyor, presents a hazard to flying creatures.
So the Vampirus would have been really funny to see. I would have been very confused going against the Beastmaster if they threw down a Vampirus.
You wouldn't really know how to respond from there.
No.
Falala opening was interesting, but I think the Surveyor Eagle Wings response was near perfect.
I agree completely. The Falala is that build can be very tough to work around. If it had even one more turn of that possibility of the re-enchantments on the field, that match could have gone very differently.
And you know what? With any mage other than the Joktari Beastmaster, you would have had one more turn.
Yes, you would. So that's just another way of looking at the effectiveness of the Beastmaster, or the Joktari Beastmaster with her fast trait. A lot of people aren't very big fans of the rest of her abilities and things like that, but honestly, her fast trait is super helpful.
Super
because
helpful.
you can look at it like, yeah, most creatures can have fast, and you can cast the fast trait on your mage. But she basically has a 5 mana trait on her to begin with.
And it saves you an action.
And
you get it before the game starts.
You get it turn 1. Yeah. So crucial.
It's like, here, turn 1, have 5 extra mana, an undispellable trait, and a free action.
Yeah.
Just for being this mage. So to say that it's just the fast trait is a little undervalued.
It really is. I think when it was made, it was like, oh yeah, it has fast too, I guess. Like it was one of those.
Well, we got to give it something.
But they were like range +1, yeah, and nobody runs range with it. Nobody.
I tried once, and you know what happened? It didn't work.
Really?
I got shot a lot.
Oh.
It's funny when you
they shot you back.
Yeah, when you stand back and shoot, they don't just like die; they shoot back. It's really
strange.
Yeah. So yeah, I think ultimately that these were two very, very strong, interesting decks played by players who certainly understand how to run them. So no noobs here.
No.
Apart from us to the software.
I have to yeah. Apologize for that, but no, really. Hats off to Theasaris and Zilfalon. This was a good match, and I hope that there are a lot of people that get to watch this match and learn a lot from it, because it was well executed on both ends. So. Congratulations.
If this is something you enjoyed, send us a subscribe or a like. Also, we'll point you towards Zilfalon's YouTube page down in the description. If this is something that you'd like to see more of, us casting other players' videos, which is definitely something we're interested in pursuing.
Very interested.
Go ahead and leave us a comment. Yeah, for sure.
And also, remember, try out Octagon, OCTGN. A lot of options you can do. There's let's see, there's Mage Wars, there's Magic the Gathering there's a lot of different options.
When I downloaded the game, I counted at least 24 games that are in there just for free, and then there were other ones that people had modded that you could pay for if you desperately felt the need to.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess if you want to play a different worse game, you can, but play Mage Wars.
Play Mage Wars for sure. Check out the rest of Arcane Wonders projects at their website.
Yep.
And as always,
and you'll see us on the forum. So.
Oh yes, most definitely.
All right, guys. Well, it was fun. You have a good one, and till next time.
Till next time.